And South Korea has now held several elections in the pandemic. This time around, there are a number of by-elections, too. Our Kim Yeon-seung is at a polling station in downtown Seoul. Yeon-seung, so tell us, where are you and what's going on there?
Right, Devin. So I'm at the third polling station in Pyeongchang-dong in Seoul's Jongno-gu District. And what's significant about this polling station itself is that right now, at the moment, there are two elections being held, one for the presidential polls and the other for the local by-elections to fill up a seat at the parliamentary. Jongno-gu has been traditionally known as District Number 1 of South Korea's politics, and it holds historical significance as the country's political capital. This area is also regarded as a key battleground district among politicians, so naturally, this area's constituents are typically known to have a stronger interest in politics and are typically known to be more outspoken. And as if to demonstrate this, when the polling station here opened its doors this morning at 6 a.m., there was already a long line of people waiting out in the dark and out in the cold to vote. I've talked to some of them about how they felt about voting in two elections at once. Take a listen, Devin.
I feel like the by-election has a more direct impact on me rather than the presidential election. I also feel close to the by-election candidate because it's someone who I've been following for a long time.
All the attention went straight to the presidential candidates, so there was less information about the by-election candidates out there.
Well, Yeon-seung, you've been out there in the thick of it since 6 o'clock this morning, as you said, when voting kicked off, and we're now at the tail end of it. It'll soon be time to vote for people who are infected with COVID-19 and those who are in isolation. Tell us about that.
Right, so there's only about an hour left for regular voters to vote, and after that, there's an extra hour and a half reserved for COVID-19 infected patients or those in isolation. So there are around 880,000 people in isolation. So it's become one of the most important tasks of the National Election Commission and the health authorities to safely secure all of their votes so that everyone can safely exercise their fundamental democratic rights. Most voters confirmed or suspected to have COVID-19 will be able to leave home at 5:50 p.m. unless they live in remote villages with few means of transportation where it might take them extra time to get to the nearest polling booth. In that case, voters can leave 20 minutes early at 5:30 p.m. This time, the NEC is making sure that there are no doubts about safety or mismanaging the votes. First, regular voters and those isolating will be clearly separated by time, and COVID-19 voters will be allowed to put their ballots straight into the ballot box rather than in a separate container. Devin, I'm going to be here until voting kicks off for COVID-19 patients, so I'll be back with more updates. Back to you, Devin.
All right, Kim Yeon-seung reporting there from downtown Seoul.